Nationals between two Alberta teams. The Calgary Sabres will be actually the home team for this game. They're in white with blue pants, red and white trim. And of course the Lethbridge Panthers were in the gold medal game for the first time in 10 years. And they are in red and blue uniforms with white trim. I'm Rick Sobert with Neil Fraser, and we should be in for a great game. And Lethbridge is trying to do something they did 10 years ago, and that is capture a gold medal at the Nationals. And it's a great opportunity for them. Some of the players you want to keep your eye on. Ken Semick in net has simply been outstanding. So we've heard from the supporters for the Panthers. Wes Grieve, number 4 on defense. He was there 10 years ago, and he'll be a big key for the team this year. And Stewie Aiken and Mark Hofarth will hopefully provide some of the scoring punch. And for the Sabres, the Rath brothers are always a key for their squad as we head in the game. Doing color in the game, Neil Fraser. And Neil, you've had your opportunity now to see Broomball a little bit. What do you expect in this game?
Well, I think it'll probably be another intense game. I caught the Panthers on Thursday playing against Regina, and it was a fairly intense game. It's actually a lot of fun to watch. Some good action, some pretty good hits, and we should have some fun with this game today.
Well, Blair Sprents is at center right now. Stu Aiken on the left side, Pat Cody on the right side for the Panthers, and the Panthers control the draw. Dump it down into the Calgary zone, and they're just going to dump it back. This is Dan Merkel. Just underway in this gold medal game, and featuring the Lethbridge Panthers. Spence takes a hit, gets it over to Aiken. Stewie Aiken now at the face-off circle. Gets it over to Cody, and it's intercepted by the Calgary defense. And we have mentioned earlier, if you're watching the women's game, controlled pressure is what it's all about here. Got to know when to take the chances, and Lethbridge and Calgary are both fast teams. Aiken, side of the net, back to Spence, can't get it to him. Cody gets a stick on it, and goaltender for Calgary. Number 1, Lundy Atchell, gets his hand on it, and we got a stoppage in play.
Of course, Blair Spence, our today in LA Athlete of the Week, the McDonald's Athlete of the Week, and set up a couple of good plays there. Took a big hit at center ice, but was able to get the ball over, and good scoring opportunity for Lethbridge on that last play.
Kevin Rath, number 21 for the Sabres, is someone to keep your eye on. And that shot by Cody goes over the end boards, and the face-off will be in Lethbridge zone as they make another change.
The game here, so far they've come out really charging, and it's only going to pick up, I think, on this one. Of course, we just saw a game that went into the final overtime, sudden death overtime period, and hopefully this game will prove to be just as exciting as the last ladies' game was.
Carson Sparks at center ice for Lethbridge. Gets it back to Grief. Looking for Mills.
Lethbridge being called on the offside there. As number 9 there was a little ahead of the play. And we got another face-off.
This is Daniel Sauvé for Calgary. He wins the face-off, but Lethbridge gets control of it. Mills gets it over, and Calgary, that was number 20. Darren Stock just knocks it down to Grieve. Grieve now setting things up. Looking for Mills. Looks like it's going to be delayed offside, and the referee blows it down. By the way, that'll give us an opportunity here, Neil, to tell us who are doing the games. Wayne Haley out of British Columbia, and Mike Robillard out of Alberta doing the game. So we got 2 Alberta teams and an Alberta referee, so great representation in the game today.
Well, it looks like they're going to be calling that offside penalty pretty tight there, as that one was really a tight call to make. And we got in a face-off here with 13-19 left in the first half.
Journeau wins the face-off, and Lethbridge just knocks it down into the Calgary zone. This is number 81. That was Mark Garvey for Calgary. He's now got the ball back again. Delayed offside is waved off. Nice move by Hofarth. Hofarth in between the legs, and Lethbridge has scored the number 14 for Lethbridge. George Journeau.
Great hustle there by Journeau. Great play there to on the goaltender for Calgary, and we've got a 1-0 game.
I thought it was Hofart, but it was actually Durnold. And a great start for Lethbridge, 12:57 to go in this first half. So they score in the first 3 minutes of the game. Something you like to see in Broomball, because if you were with us in the ladies' game, they didn't score till a double overtime. So the fans have got something to cheer about as Lethbridge is on front, and Spence can't win the face-off, but it gets back to Grieve. This is number 25, Luczynski to Aiken. Aiken gonna go back to Grieve. Grieve shoots it towards the net. It's intercepted by the Sabres. Aiken gets back in time. Now the Sabres going to try to set things up. Lethbridge defeated Calgary in the provincial final this year, so this is a rematch of the Alberta Championship. This time a little more at stake. Grieve now going to set things up for Lethbridge. 12:20 left to go in this first period. 1-0 for the Panthers.
Okay, I think now you're going to see the Panthers probably try to go for the another goal, and then just sort of lay back a little bit and play it defensively.
You're going to find that this line right here, Spence Aiken and Pat Cody, are probably one of the quickest lines in the tournament, and they certainly will utilize their transition game to great effect. Grieve checks his man, Luczynski's back, and he gets it over to Cody. Cody now going to set things up for Lethbridge. He's being checked dangerously, and Luczynski gets it. Luczynski. Simic helps him out, the goaltender, to Aiken, who just kicks it back to Grieve. Right now, the Panthers controlling the play. They lead 1-0. Spence into the corner now, kicks it over to Luczynski. Luczynski looking for Cody as the Lethbridge forwards moving around a lot here, trying to create an opportunity. Grieve. He's being checked by Stock. Gets it back to Luczynski. Lethbridge just controlling things, trying to set up a play. Luczynski's checked off. This is Stock, and Luczynski just gets a stick on it now to Aiken to Cody, and they just dump it down, and now they're going to make a line change. This is Calgary Sauvé, number 31 for the Sabres. And that is knocked down by a high stick. 1-0 with 11 minutes to go in this first half.
Calgary was really keeping Lethbridge back into their own zone. They're keeping the ball deep in the Lethbridge zone, letting Lethbridge do all the running around in their own end. And that's a great defensive play by Calgary. You're going to cause the turnovers that way, and that's going to be a quick way to tie the game up at 1.
Lethbridge makes the change, and on defense is Dan Merkel. And Willie Teets, another member of that team 10 years ago. So they got a lot of experience on the Panthers. Certainly has helped them throughout the week, and they have certainly done Lethbridge proud, and they are looking to get the gold medal here in this game today. That was Kevin Rath. He's the captain of this team, and he has been around a long time in Broomball circles. We're going to have a penalty and a late call, and it looks like it's going to go against Dan Merkel, and the Calgary Sabres will go on the power play, and this will give them an opportunity to get back in the hockey game.
That was a call where Merkel just tried to slow the Calgary player down, and he did, but he took him off his feet, and that's always going to be called, doesn't matter what sport it is in, that's always going to be called an interference call. And Calgary's going to go to the power play here for 2 minutes with 10:35 left in the first half.
And my apologies to all you Broomball fans. It's actually Broomball and not hockey. Sorry about that. Another guy to watch, number 44, the little guy out there, Warren Wilmot. He's one of the trigger men on this power play. Nice job by Lethbridge. Goes off the shins, and that was Giannoli. He's the goal scorer in this game. Creates some pressure, and you see a little bit of the difference here because of the speed factor. Lethbridge can afford to take some opportunities because they're so quick. Calgary now. Shot from the point, nowhere near the net. Here's Wilmot now in the corner. On him is number 20. That's Tony Kasabi. Probably pronounced that wrong, so I apologize to Tony. Rath now. This time the shot by number 3. Waski. Sabres got an opportunity. Wilmot gets a stick on it, but it goes behind the net. This is Mark Hofarth. He just dumps it down. Good job, and they've got 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in this power play. Sabres making a line change here. Favard couldn't control it. Now they get it back to Rath. And looking for Favard again. League's going to control it for Lethbridge. Simic's out of his net, controls the play, and he's going to get it over to Hofart.
Civics really handles the ball well there in his when he's got a hold of it.
Well, he's one of the top players in Lethbridge Broomball Association. That goes off the blocker of Simic, and it's going to go down to the right face-off circle in the Lethbridge zone.
So Lethbridge actually has done a pretty good job here of keeping the shots off to the side and keeping Calgary off to the side on this power play here with about 29 seconds left in the power play to Calgary, and still a 1-0 score.
Well, as I mentioned in the ladies' game, I think the key in the power play is get your trigger men on the corners, on the wings, giving them an opportunity in the face-off circle. You've got to have somebody in front screening the goaltender, but your defense have to get the ball to your wingers, who should be one-timing it. Then that one went over the net and over the boards, and we're going to have a face-off in the Calgary Sabres zone. And usually when you get to this caliber of play, Neil, it's not too many shots are going to go in from the blue line area. You really have to get some close-in shots around the face-off circle, and hopefully you can either bang in a rebound or screen the goalie so he can't see the shot.
Well, you know, every goal counts, whether it's a garbage one or not. And right now it sort of looks like the team's sort of letting it off a little bit now. They came out really flying, but now they're just sort of letting it go and just going to play it a little more conservatively.
Here's a 2-1 opportunity, but Luchenski's going to get back. Actually, that's Cody, and Cody gets a stick on it. Aiken deflects it over to the boards. Sabres now, they have 10 seconds left in this power play to try to get back in the hockey broomball game. I'm going to get that hockey out of my mind here in a second. Broomball game, they're down 1-0. Shot from the point. It's blocked by Teets. Teets just going to bang it over to the side, and then Lethbridge is killed off the penalty, and Merkel almost got a stick on it. Cody now is just going to dump it down, and he's looking for Aiken. Aiken streaking down there, trying to create an opportunity, but the Sabres, Stock gets it for Calgary.
Stock was lucky he didn't get the penalty on that one as he hauled down the Lethbridge player. But now Lethbridge coming back in.
Chansky does a great job at the red line, creating an opportunity. Lethbridge putting some pressure on here. There's Wilmot. He takes the check from Lethbridge's number 8, Carson Sparks. Sparks has got a lot of speed here. Gets back into play. Here's a 2-on-1 break for the Sabres. Looking for number 4 that time. He's got it, flips it, nowhere near the net. And Lethbridge avoids that opportunity as Calgary's starting to get into this game now. They're kind of shocked by that early goal. Here comes Lethbridge now. This is number 17, Nakamura. That opportunity waved down. Wilmot now for Calgary. He's just going to flip it up. He was waiting for Rath to get off on a line change. Uchinsky. Nakamura, and that went wide.
Delayed offside here.
Gillis. Sabres 3-on-1 here. This is Rath. Rath to the right. He's looking to pass, and a great job by Merkel to get back in the play, and I think Rath would probably think twice about that play. He should have maybe shot that time. He had a better opportunity there.
We'll probably see something later on in the game where he'll pass it on.
Sabres now putting pressure on in the Lethbridge zone, and they have controlled the play for the last 2 or 3 minutes here. Mark Garvey in the corner.
Good job of Lethbridge keeping the ball out behind the net and to the sides.
Merkel now. He's got a 3-on-1. This is Lethbridge. Hofarth, Mark Hofarth looking for his winger. That was number 8 for Lethbridge, Carson Sparks, and the net is lodged off the mooring there, and that's the stoppage in play. Another great opportunity for Lethbridge, but you're seeing more wide open game here, Neil, and you're seeing more opportunities to score.
Well, Carson Sparks has had an incredible shift the last little while here. He's been on the ice for probably about 2-3 minutes, and he's given out a few good hits, you know, ones that are going to stun the player a little bit, and then getting into the play and creating a scoring opportunity there. So good job by Sparks for Lethbridge to make something happen out there for him.
Both teams make a line change. Jernold, who scored the only goal in this game early on, as Lethbridge leads 1-0. Sabres control now. This is Stock. Stock's just going to flip it up, and that's intercepted by Hofarth. Hofarth to Jernold. Setting things up. got a man in front. Quick shot by Hobart goes over the boards.
Like you said, that you're going to probably see quite a few of those quick shots like that, and if they can just control them a little bit more and try to keep them down and direct them on net, probably a lot more of those are going to go in.
Assistant captain number 11, Mark Merkel, was in there creating all sorts of havoc for the Sabres as he was in front of their goaltender, and that's what you got to do. You need somebody, and he's stocky, and it looks like it's hard for the defenseman to get him out of the way, and that's just what you need. So you let your speed and your big gunners on the side get a good opportunity here. Calgary controls the face-off. Lethbridge, Lucinski now to Cody. Cody just going to flip it and get it over the red line. Hits the referee. Keeps it on side for Calgary. Actually, now he's going to blow it down.
Yeah, usually that's a call in hockey too, where the referee goes back into the zone. They're just going to blow that one down right away. It's just not it's not fair for the Calgary team to get that kind of advantage off a referee.
5:37 left to go in this first half. Lethbridge leads 1-0 over Calgary in this gold medal game for the Senior B Canadian National Broomball Championships. Here's Calgary. Nice play by number 28. That's Alan Colfer. Colfer now controlling it for the Sabres.
Lucinski got beat on that one. That's why the loose ball there, and Calgary was able to pick it up.
Lucinski forced it, and that could create the turnover. Aiken now. His pass is deflected, but Lucinski's got it for Lethbridge. This is number 20, Casaby. Lethbridge is doing a little line juggling right now. Here's Calgary, 2-on-1. Shot just goes wide. That was number 7, Pat Orpko. This is Cody now, 2-on-1. He's got Aiken on the left side. Cody looking for Aiken, gets it one time, goes wide, and the Calgary goaltender, Lundy, Ashel, was happy that thing went wide.
Just a little late on bringing the stick around, trying to hit the ball. If he was a little bit earlier on that, he would have had a shot on net. It might have even gone in. But still a good opportunity there for Lethbridge, and that's what they've been doing so far in this game. They have been trying to get the opportunities, and they have been there, and that's why they're leading 1-0.
We mentioned it a couple of times. The Spence line with Cody and Aiken is certainly one of the fastest lines here, and we've seen already a couple of times that they've created opportunities, good scoring opportunities for Lethbridge. This one's going to be a delayed offside, and we're going to have a face-off with 4:37 left to go in this first half. So
this game is now, that, like I said before, it started out as a real fast, guys coming out, banging a little bit, and now they're sort of getting back into that mode where you're just going to go out and play conservatively for a little bit. You'll probably see the last 5 minutes of the game and probably pick up, but we're still in the first half with about 4:37 left.
Well, some of the guys you want to watch for Calgary, we really haven't concentrated too much on them. His number 31, Sauvé, he has got 4 goals in this tournament, and he has certainly done a great job for the Sabres. Stewie Aiken, of course, for Lethbridge, has had a pretty good tournament as well. Now Lethbridge controlling it. Teets back there. They get it over to Merkel. Merkel going to set things up as the forwards are starting to really move around for Lethbridge and create opportunities. That goes off, and Stock will try to knock it down, but Merkel's right there for Lethbridge. On him is number 6, Dan Fafford. Fafford now gets control of the ball. He's going to be checked at the red line, but he gets it over into the Panthers zone. 3:50 left to go in this first half. Lethbridge in front, 1-0. High Broom. They're going to whistle that one down.
So Lethbridge having a little bit of trouble trying to hold the ball there, getting it into the Calgary zone. Calgary's starting to defensively stop them at that blue line there a little bit more now, and not letting them get into the zone. And on that last shift anyways, and taking away some scoring opportunities. So it's good defensive play by Calgary.
There you saw Warren Wilmot, the assistant captain for the Sabres, talking to the referee, getting a clarification. I'm sure there's probably wondering, probably asking about holding the broom and stuff like that. There seems to be a lot of clutching and grabbing away from the ball going on, and maybe that's holding up the Sabres. This is number 21 for Lethbridge. Lucinski. Now Grieve, the captain of this team, going to set things up. Looking for Hobart. Hobart makes a nice move at the boards, checked just at the last moment. And that was number 3, Awaski for the Sabres. Grieve to Hobart. Tries to bang it along the boards, gets it into the Sabres zone, but Rath is there for Calgary. He's just going to knock it over to Gillis. Jernold almost got a stick on it again, looking for his second goal of the game. Rath takes a hit. We're going to have a penalty, and it looked like a clean hit there.
Yeah.
But
definitely, it looked like from the side there, it was more of a push than anything. And the signal he gave looked like a boarding call, but really wasn't that bad of a check.
Well, we mentioned earlier in the women's game, they really do take a closer look at any checks near the boards because they certainly don't want anyone to get hurt. And Mark Hofart for Lethbridge will go to the penalty box in a boarding call with 2:51 to go in this first period. Lethbridge in front 1-0, but Calgary going on the power play.
Now, this could be a penalty that puts Calgary right back into the game, and it could be very costly. So Lethbridge is going to have to play that box really well right now.
Fortunately for the Panthers, the Sabres had their number one line out there for a couple of minutes, so they're forced to come off and get a rest. So this is the number 2 unit for Calgary. Setting things up, look for the wingers here to get an opportunity. That was number 31, Sauvé. He is the top goal scorer for Calgary in this tournament with 4. Sauvé in front, quick one-timer. Simic just gets the blocker on. Excellent opportunity for Favre.
Great save by Simic there. He's really quick on that blocker.
Merkel almost dangerous pass. Favre, one-timer off the crossbar.
Simic didn't even know where that one went.
So you're seeing Calgary really move that ball around. Favre now once again face-off circle. That goes off of Spence's foot. Blair Spence trying to control it, but Favre gets it. Calgary all over Lethbridge right now with 1:05 left to go in this power play. Aiken now intercepts and wisely dumps it down into Calgary's zone. Sauvé now going to set things up. Calgary going to make a minor line change here. Rath comes on.
It's a great opportunities there by Calgary, and Lethbridge, the box kind of broke there and let him get down into the front of the net there.
Wilmot avoids a check, now going to control it. Takes another check from number 20 that time for Lethbridge, and that's Cassidy. And Tony Cassidy, without a stick, did a great job of nullifying another opportunity by the Sabres.
Yeah, it was a good job. He did lose his stick, so he did the only thing he could do, and that's get a hold of him and try and haul him down. He was lucky there. He didn't get the holding penalty, and he did it in a way that didn't really take an advantage away from Calgary on that.
1:29 left to go in this first half. Lethbridge up front, 1-0. When they were trying to kill this penalty, they got 38 seconds left to go. They win the face-off, and they quickly dump it down into Calgary's zone, and the Sabres are going to be forced to set up the play. Wilmot now gets it over into the Lethbridge zone. He's got 25 seconds to go in this power play. This is number 3, Hawaski, looking for Wilmot on the boards. Back to Hawaski. Gillis. He was looking for Wilmot. It stopped in front. And Lethbridge now looking to control the play. Can't get it by Gillis. Gillis going to go right over to Rath over on the other side there. Back to Gillis. They've killed off the penalty Lethbridge has. Now getting back in the play is Hofart. Rath, his shot blocked in front by defenseman Wes Grieve to Hofart. Hofart now going to try to control things. Luczynski to Grieve. He is checked. Back to Luczynski. Luczynski's got some room up front. He's going to go right up front. Kind of flips it to Hofart, trying to get him, but nice job by the Sabres. I thought they had kept it onside, but the referee has called an offside.
So on that power play, there's some great opportunities by Calgary, but Lethbridge was lucky that Simic was able to keep the ball out. One shot Simic didn't even see that hit the crossbar, and then Simic made another nice blocker save there. So so far in this game, you can say Simic has kept Lethbridge in the game here.
Well, he certainly had the most work of the two goaltenders. He's been by far the sharpest, though, because Journal's goal was kind of a weak goal, led in by the goaltender for Calgary, Atchell. Simic now to Merkel with 7 seconds to go in this first half. He gets it to Tietz. They're going to just run out the clock and take a 1-0 lead into the second half. And there's the buzzer. Pretty exciting first half, Neil.
Not bad at all. Calgary sort of came back and were reeling a little bit after that first goal by Journal, but they came back and got some momentum on the power play there. And of course, you can't say enough about the goaltending of Seamack. He was really the one that has kept this game in hand, this 1-0 lead for Lethbridge. And just an all-around good job there. And the first time, Lethbridge really has to look at their penalty killing. The first time they had the penalty there, they were able to keep the Calgary team out to the fringes, but the Calgary team was able to get into the center ice, or the slot area there, and did get those couple of good shots on CMAC.
Well, you're seeing the Lethbridge team now go over a few things. We should mention that Rich Horvath, we really haven't called his name. I'm not sure if he's hurt or not. He was the leading scorer for Lethbridge in this tournament with 5 points, including 2 goals. And we've mentioned it many times throughout the women's game and the first part of this game. Goals are at a premium here, so if you can get a point a game in a national tournament, you've done yourself proud. As well, we're going down the list, and Stu Aiken had 3 goals, no assists, so Stu's had himself a pretty good tournament as well.
Like you say, that Blair's bench line really seems to be the top line, the speediest line that I've seen in the games that I've seen this week so far. And they really make things happen out there. And that goal, the first goal for Lethbridge, was totally set up by Blair Spence, who took the hit at center ice, but was able to get the ball over to Jernauld, and he put it away for the 1-0 lead for Lethbridge.
Well, Jernauld is out there right now. This is the Hofarth line, the Hofarth brothers. Ken and Mark taking the face-off here. And Lethbridge leads 1-0 as we head into the second half. Sauvé for the Sabres, and Hofarth wins the draw. Merkel now looking for Hofarth. It's intercepted by Sauvé. High stick, and it's going to be face-off in the Sabre zone.
Okay, so I think Calgary's really going to have to start to put in the pressure on Lethbridge again here. They coming out kind of flat here, and I think Calgary will probably be trying to get the ball deep into the Lethbridge zone, and like you say, try work those wingers into the side of the net there and try get some shots on CMAC again.
Merkel to Hofarth. This is Mark. For Jernauld, can't get it to him. Merkel can't control it, and they're going to be forced to set up in their own zone. On him for the Sabres. That was Miller. Lethbridge having a little problem right now. Teets now battling. We're going to have ourselves a penalty here.
Looks like might be Horvath. He's going to go for a holding call. He really was holding the Calgary player down the corner there. He was actually holding about 3 guys down the corner there. And Lethbridge, once again, is going to take their 3rd penalty and give Calgary an opportunity here to get back into the game.
Right you are, Neil, and you can't be giving these opportunities to a team like the Sabres, who really can throw that ball around on their power play and look for Rath and Wilmot. See, last time they had the power play, they had their number 2 unit out there. They got the number 1 guns out there right now, so this is a big opportunity for them to tie this thing. Wilmot, great kick save by Simic. In the net, and that was Rath, and we called it right there. Those are the big guns, and they have tied the game up for the Calgary Sabres.
Well, I think Rath, the first shot was a little bit harder. I think Simic was expecting a harder shot, and it sort of tricked him a little bit as it was not a speed one. And again, another 5-hole goal, and that ties the game up at 1. Now Lethbridge is really going to have to take a look at these penalties and try to get back into it and play a little bit more disciplined style.
Well, a power play goal for Calgary has tied things up at the 2:40 mark, 1:40 mark of this second half, and we've got ourselves a tie game between the 2 Alberta teams in the men's division of the Canadian National Broomball Championships, and we'll see how this affects the Lethbridge squad as they've dominated early, but since halfway through the first half, when they took that first penalty, Calgary's really come on.
Well, they do have the Spence line out there now, and hope they're looking to get something going now. Right now they can't rest on the laurels. They're going to have to get the ball up and try to get an opportunity.
Aiken looking for Spence, passes wide. Atchell will have to control it for the Sabres. Has some problems. Spence is forechecking. It looks like Atchell held him. Lethbridge looking for the penalty call. It's not going to come. And now the Sabres are going to set things up. This is number 3, Awaski, behind his own net, looking for Wilmot. Wilmot trying to get it by Grieve. Grieve puts his foot out and controls it, gets it back to Aiken. Aiken. Wilmot got a stick on that shot. This is Spence playing high in the slot. A little roughing in the middle, and it looks like both players are going to go off. Spence took a shot in the mouth.
That was Gordon Rath sort of jostling with Spence. Looks like just might be the 1 penalty. As soon as they hit the blue line there, they were kind of crossing sticks and whatnot, and then Rath has sort of got the glove into the face, and that drew the penalty for Calgary.
It's actually Pat Orpko that is going to go off for Calgary, but lucky break for Lethbridge as Spence initiated the confrontation, and of course, as happens for the most part, the referee caught the retaliation. Aiken up top to Cody. In the middle, Hofarth looking for the backhand, gets a shot. Reeve in front, rebound, and here comes Hofarth again. And his shot just wide. Actually, Journo who got the first great opportunity for Lethbridge. So Journo looking for goal number 2. Griep now trying to get control of it. They get it back to Aiken. Aiken over to Cody. Cody, his shot blocked in front by the Sabres. Number 4, Wilson. Aiken one-times it. Journo couldn't control it. This is number 81, Garvey. Journo gets it now. He gets it over Hofarth, back to Aiken. Minute 10 left to go in the power play. Journo couldn't get a stick on. We're going to have another penalty. It's Wilson. Hauled down Grieve.
And that was an easy call to make. That was Mark Garvey, number 81 there, I think is going to be going off. And easy call to see. I mean, right in front of the referee, and that's where your discipline is going to come in. I mean, you can't really take those kind of penalties in a 1-1 game. You know, you got to watch yourself. This could put Lethbridge back into the game here now. Well, I should say back, but could give them the lead.
2-man advantage for 1 minute 5 seconds. Second penalty against Calgary. Luchansky, Sparks, Nakamura, Spence, and Teets are out there on the power play for Lethbridge.
So there's a lot of speed out there now.
Sabres counter with number 18. That's Ken Rath. Quick shot, Sparks. He'll get it back now. 45 seconds left to go in the first penalty. That's Luchinsky. Looking for number 17, Nakamura, there on the side. Luchinsky. Right over to Hofarth, and his shot goes over the glass, and it'll be a face-off in Lethbridge zone.
It looked like the ball sort of skipped on to the pass to Horvath and got in the air, and he just, as we say, got all of it and drove it out of the park. And still a 1-1 goal, or 1-1 tie here with Calgary playing the triangle really well, keeping Lethbridge in their shots to the outside. And that's what you're going to be doing in this kind of a game here with a tied game.
Kevin and Ken Rath out there for the Sabres, along with number 31, Danielle Sauvé. And Kevin Rath, the goal scorer for Calgary, has tied things up here early in this second half. Lethbridge now, Hofarth. Setting things up now is Luchinsky. Quick shot, blocked in front by Ken Rath. Tries to get control of it, gets it to Sauvé. Sauvé's just going to knock it down. Nice job by Luchinsky to stop it. First penalty's now over for Calgary. They've weathered this storm. Sparks now going to try to control it for Lethbridge. Luchinsky, as they've got 47 seconds to go in the second penalty. Luchinsky now. It's Calgary doing a wonderful job maintaining the box. Here comes Calgary. Got a man open. Sauvé's got a breakaway. Danielle Sauvé on Simic. Flips it. 2 shots. Simic. Great save.
But Chinsky there had the ball go off the end of his broom, and that was where the turnover was created. But Seamack saved Lachinsky there with an excellent save, and the score is still tied at 1.
Ken Rath now out there as we have 17 seconds to go on this power play, and Calgary have certainly weathered this storm as they've done a great job of killing the power play, and Lethbridge has let a great opportunity slip by them. 10:25 left to go in the second half. We're all tied at 1 in this gold medal game in the Senior B division of the Canadian National Broomball Championships. And Ken Simic, 2 great saves, and he has certainly had a solid game out there, although he did let in the 1 goal.
Well, the Calgary defense has really on the power play here with 1 second left. They're going to be back to full power, but they kept the ball out of the way. The shots never really made it to the net. But down at the other end here, Seamack, he's been really busy, and he made just a super save on the breakaway there by Calgary, and he's kept the game tied.
1 second left to go on the power play for Lethbridge, and now it's expired, and here we're playing 5 aside. Stock. Got over to Wilson. Wilson now back to Stock. Calgary set things up. Looking for a wide pass there to Gordrath. Seamek doing a little bodying in the corner, and Lethbridge trying to protect their goalie could take a penalty. And yes, they do, and it's going to go against number 20, Tony Casaby, and that is not a wise play. And now he's going to go.
Dan Merkel better watch himself here. And now getting into it is Mark Merkel. They better watch themselves. They could find themselves down 2-man here. I think the Lethbridge players just letting the Calgary player there know what's going to happen to him if they hit that goaltender, hit Seamak again.
I can understand that, but when you're in a 1-1 game in the Nationals in the second half, that's not the time to get even, if you know what I mean. You got to have some composure here because Calgary scored on the first power play opportunity, and they're going to get another chance right here.
That's right. With this Calgary team, you don't want to go 2 men down.
Aiken wins the draw, but then Calgary's number 7 does a good job. Pat Orpko of controlling it. Tietze was on him. This is Wilson. Cody gets control of it, looking for Aiken. Tight checking right now as Lethbridge. Pat Cody just knocks it down the length of the ice. And it's going to go down for icing. 9:33 left to go in this second half. 1-1. Calgary Sabres and the Lethbridge Panthers going head to head.
Good job there by Lethbridge to keep the ball out of the way there, out front of the net there, and to the checking on the Calgary forwards. And that's what they're going to have to do there on this power play to keep this game tied at 1.
Kevin Rath, along with Wilmot and the forwards. Wilson and Sauvé are the defense for the Sabres as they set up this power play opportunity. For Lethbridge, Cody and Aiken are the forwards. Willie Tietze and Wes Grieve on defense. Sabres control the draw. Ken Rath to Wilson. Wilson now goes to the middle of the ice. Gets it over to Sauvé. Sauvé, you remember, missed that glorious opportunity as he was sent in alone earlier in the second half. Ken Rath has to go off the stick, and Tietze just knocks it down the length of the ice. And I don't think this is going to go for icing. And a great job by Tietze. Good touch on the ball to make sure it didn't go down the length of the ice.
That's right. I think he put a little bit of backspin on that baby, and it came back for him. Good job.
Cody intercepts. Nice job by Kevin Rath. He's the goal scorer for Calgary. Wilmot kind of held up by Grieve, but the master got away with that one. Wilson now. He's got someone in front, but he didn't see Kevin Rath that time, and he kind of flipped it into Seamak. An easy save for number 2 of the Lethbridge Panthers.
That was a good job by the Lethbridge defense to take the winger breaking into the net there. He took him right out of the play, and the only play for the Calgary forward there was to take the shot, and the weak shot it was on Seamak, and we got a face-off with 43 seconds left in the Lethbridge penalty.
Lethbridge make wholesale changes. Jernold, Merkel, Spence, and Lachinski out there now to kill off the last 35 seconds of this penalty. Sabres maintain their power play unit. Wilson now with the ball. Lachinski on him. Wilson avoids the check and keeps control of it. Now in the corner. He's got Kevin Rath to his right. He gets it quickly to Ken Rath. Back to Kevin. To Ken as they play a give and go. Sauvé. 10 seconds left to go in the power play. 8:05 in the game in regulation. Here's Sauvé, top of the circle. Quick backhander. It's blocked nicely by Merkel. Rath now. The Sauvé wide open. Going to wind her up off a leg and just goes wide. As Sparks got a leg on it and directed into the corner.
That's just back to full strength now.
Rath, and mysteriously enough, the net goes off its moorings. I think goaltenders, they sometimes pretty sneaky. Eh?
I think they are too. They know what they're doing. You know, most of the time they do. But good job by Lethbridge there on that power play to keep Calgary up from the net there, keeping them on the sides, and not really getting any kind of a decent scoring opportunity. And we still tied at 1.
So Lethbridge has weathered that storm. 7:44 to go in this game. All tied up at 1, and all better matchup for the gold medal in the Senior B division of the Lethbridge National Broomball Championships. Now Hofbarth line is out there. Jernold. And as well, Lethbridge now going to control the play. That was number 20, Casaby. Had to go off his stick. Grieve gets a stick on it. Casaby back to Simic. Hofbarth. To Jernold. He's the lone goal scorer for Lethbridge. Trying to get it over to Grieve. Grieve's got an opportunity. He's got Casaby with them, but he couldn't get it over. And there was one of those quick transition plays that almost afforded Lethbridge a great opportunity.
Well, Grieve trying to hurdle the player at center ice there. He couldn't go get around him. And Calgary came up with the ball. Good forechecking.
Gordrath now has his pass intercepted by Jernold. Jernold back to Mills. Mills is going to wind it up here. Gets a shot. It's blocked in front. And this is Hofbarth. 6:20 to go in this second half. All tied up at 1. And here comes Calgary Sabres. They're just going to knock it over the red line. That was Orpko, and the whistle goes. And both teams are going to make wholesale changes.
Well, Calgary's number 7 there, Pat Orbico, he took a hit and then gave the Lethbridge player sort of a bit of a shot in the back of the head, so he got away with that one. But that's something and you can't really be doing. I mean, final game like this, you want to be playing discipline, and you can't be giving those extra little shots like that. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up with you.
Teets now controlling it as Lethbridge wins the draw. Aiken spins around, takes a shot. Deflected by the Sabre defenseman. This is number 28, Alan Kolfer. He's just going to flip it into Lethbridge zone. Teets gets a glove on it. Merkel quickly over to Aiken. Just under 6 minutes to go in this game in regulation, and that pass to Cody goes over the boards. We should take time to mention how both these teams got to this championship game. Calgary Sabres defeated Manitoba 2-0, and the Lethbridge Panthers